All right. There's certain things in life that I just. First of all, I got somebody sitting here over here in front of me watching me, and I know they're listening to me right here, which I have no problem with anymore. I really don't care. So we're gonna keep it going with what I got going on with me. Um, there's certain people out here in the media that be clout or chasing or culture vultures. They're out here. It don't matter the wordplay, but just like what inside of your, I mean, it's journalism, but what inside of your head, your little PD, your little, I don't even have the words for it, but this don't have nothing to do with you, and you all over here doing shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. Let me show you what I mean. Let me give y'all understanding. I would like some of y'all to get up in here first before I begin this. I went on the roadie app and there wasn't much out there, so I'm just gonna get on my relaxed shit. I could go to the trap real early like now and just sit there and just chill all day and just, catch up on a lot of different things I need to do, get things organized. I have this windshield right here I'm gonna get fixed. I'm going to get this fixed. Uh, but there's certain things in social media that you run across and you say to yourself, God dang, yeah, they can do things, but we can't do things. You feel where I'm coming from? I'm like, this shit ain't real. But it is real. And just because you caught up in your feelings and you look for an opportunity for somebody to hear your voice talk about it, you basically trying to keep yourself in the trending. You're not even doing journalism. You're trying to stay within the public language of communication. And you're clout chasing in a strange way. That's like, dude, will you ever just like settle the fuck down and give it up? It's time for you to just sit back and chill before you put your foot in your mouth. But he can't do it. We talking about Stephen A. Smith. We talking about Stephen A. Smith is all over here in something that don't have nothing to do with him. And I was just gonna let y'all hear it, but I'm just gonna let y'all see it for yourselves. Texas, the ones that have gone through it, we don't want to keep revisiting the past. But I'm gonna show y'all better than I can tell y'all. But this shit ain't right. There go one right there in that white truck. You see that white Jeep? That's undercover. Believe me when I tell you, I'm not gonna follow people around. But I'm gonna show you better than I can tell y'all. I'm not one of them fake ones, bro. I'm one of the real ones. This is clout chasing. He's in his feelings and just thought, oh, this came across my table. Let me just talk about it. Bruh, you a sports journalist and you be dibbling dabbling in politics. And it's none of your fucking business because you're always down in the black man and doing everything you can to keep your bosses rich and capping for the white man. Dogging every black man you can get a chance to. You bald-headed George Jefferson looking-like motherfucker, you need to go on. All your wolf tickets don't mean a fucking thing. You don't scare nobody. And this is not about physical confrontation, but you don't have no business talking about this. You just talking to be talking. But let's let you hear this fool and talking about these Texas streets. Hold on. My bad. My bad. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me get this right. Because this is sensitive, and I'm paying attention to understand that these dynamics are personal to the ones who are here in Texas. But I'm just gonna let you hear how somebody just jump off the bandwagon, thinking they could do whatever they want, take whatever story they want, and do whatever they want. Now, if I'm wrong, I apologize wholeheartedly. But you ain't got nothing to do with this. Nothing.
Let me move on to the continued fallout from the horrific school shooting that took place in Uvalde, Texas back in 2022. Former Uvalde School's police chief, Pete Arredondo, was indicted over his role in the slow police response to the 2022 massacre at an elementary school that left 19 children and 2 teachers dead, the local sheriff said Thursday. Arredondo was indicted by a grand jury on 10 counts of felony child endangerment/abandonment and briefly booked into the county jail before he was released on bond. Uvalde Sheriff Ruben Alasko told the Associated Press in a text message Thursday night. District Attorney Christina Mitchell confirmed that former school officer Adrian Gonzalez also was indicted on multiple similar charges. Over 2 years ago, an 18-year-old gunman opened fire in a 4th grade classroom, where he remained for more than 70 minutes before officers confronted and killed him. In their July 2022 report, Texas lawmakers faulted law enforcement at every level with failing to prioritize saving innocent lives over their own safety. That last sentence is all you need to see. Arredondo is who I'm targeting. The other officer, don't know much about him, have to watch the video again, but I remember Arredondo. What a coward. What a disgrace. And these 2 officers that were indicted, first of all, let's make something very clear. They should never work in law enforcement again. Number 2, they should never work at any place where children are involved, ever again. Number 3, I hope every night for them has been sleepless. Every single night. There are very few people in the world who don't deserve peace. You just heard about a couple of them. I want y'all to go back to the footage that they showed from years ago when that shooting took place. You know there are little children in a room with a gunman. 19 children were killed, along with 2 adults. And those punk-ass officers did nothing. They were armed. 70 minutes passed before they entered the room and killed the gunman. Ladies and gentlemen, if you and I were on the street, black, white, Latino, Asian American, Native American, Jew, Catholic, Muslim, whatever, you know one of the things all of us have in common? Children. Our love for the innocent amongst us. You could see somebody bothering a child in the streets, and you will put your life on the line to make sure that that child is safe. But an officer or 2, armed, who took an oath to protect and serve, stood by while 19 children were killed. I hope they never sleep. The chances of them being convicted of the charges leveled against them by the district attorney are slim to none, according to the reports. I hope those reports are wrong. I hope they are incarcerated, especially Arredondo. What a shameful, shameful thing to happen. Children were being killed, and you stood by with your punk ass and did absolutely, positively nothing. while children were in harm's way. We know strangers who've died that put their lives on the line for children they didn't even know, who were just regular citizens. You took an oath to protect and serve. You violated your oath, and you left 19 children to be slaughtered. I'm not going to go as far as saying there's a special hell for people like that, because I understand there's levels to this. Rapists, murderers, and stuff like that. But I harbor no sympathy for this man. I hope he's convicted. I hope they're both convicted. Anybody, any law enforcement official armed, having the ability to protect themselves, bulletproof vest, their own firearm, etc., and you refuse to go in for 70 minutes while 19 children are in the process of being murdered? Coward is too nice of a word to describe you.
Okay, look, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something about this situation that y'all can't see the big picture. He's clout chasing. I mean, you got your own personal reasons why you say stuff and you do stuff, but he's clout chasing. He's not emotionally invested in that story or this tragedy at all. This is something that's come across his desk. It's been out there in the news for a while. He knows about it like all of us do. But that's not genuine. I can read right between the lines and tell you that's not genuine what he's doing. He's jumping on top of trending stories in situations like he read in the newspaper, and he could just go out here and say and do whatever the fuck he wants to. Excuse my language. I don't know what else to say. I'm not going to even make this long. But this is this type of shit where you could do something, but others can't. Meaning you could just jump on any type of story you want to. And this ain't got nothing to do with what's really that really happened, that's really being done. But it's more about what's really being said and the person that's saying it and what angle. What angle is coming from. I'm not even being biased with it towards him, Stephen A. Smith himself. I'm looking at the big picture. Bro, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Somebody needs it. Never mind. I'm going to leave it alone. This don't have nothing to do with you. Word needs to be put out here about what took place in these Texas streets. But for you to jump out the woodwork and just out the blue, just do whatever you want and talk about in your kind of way, that ain't got nothing to do with you. Right. I get you on that. But again, just because you could talk about something, let me add you as a moderator. Might not be genuine, but he sure ain't wrong. Of course, that's the point. But see, I'm scared. I just want to get off of here and not go along to get along with the comments that come from this video. Because, again, as a seasoned journalist, just understand what I'm saying. As a seasoned journalist, what gives him a right just to talk about anything just for clout chasing? He's literally clout chasing. I mean, I for the family, for law enforcement, and for people out here in the world, period. I'm taking a step back and throwing my hands up because I don't even want to touch upon this except this dude is nothing but a clout chaser, bro. If y'all can't see it, I promise you, he'll talk about anything as long as it gets attention. As long as he stays in what's trending. They don't even have nothing to do with sports. Yeah, I was kind of confused why he brought it up. Out of the blue. Just out of nowhere. He just like, yo, let me get into something that ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me at all. Carcino for life. Kwame. I just made you a moderator. Carcino for Life is a channel on YouTube. Kwame is a channel on YouTube. And all the people in the circles of dealing with Stephen A. Smith and his bullshit. He just comes out of the woodworks and puts his feet in his mouth and runs around his elbow to get to his asshole and will do anything and say anything for fucking attention. And I'm going to leave this alone. This is like literally walking around on eggshells. You do not play in any kind of way with something like this. What is wrong with this man named Stephen A. Smith? Not that he's wrong, like you said, for talking about it, but where? And what's the reasoning? And why are you out here in left field trying to catch a foul ball to throw a home run and knock it out the park? You're all over the place for no reason. I've said enough. I gotta go. I just want y'all to see that. It don't make no sense. It's a part of a numbers game. But you'd have to know this person in terms of how his behavior is to understand what I'm talking about. I'm gonna leave it alone. It's Trap God, Kod Testimonies, greatest underground trap rapper alive. And I promise you, don't play with people's tragedy just for clickbaiting. You just try to draw people in to pay attention to you, and you doing nothing but that Drake shit. Culture vulture. You ain't really about that life, bro, and everybody can see through you. You're the worst living nightmare on earth. You are a clout chaser. I'm out.